Welcome to my channel. Subscribe, listen, and enjoy my stories every day. Lately, my wife, Emily, seems to be lost in a world that doesn't include me. I catch her in little moments, her fingers flying over her phone, a smile creeping onto her lips as she types. It's the kind of secretive joy that raises my hackles. At first, I brush it off, convincing myself it's just the mundane chatter with her best friend, Lisa. But the longer it goes on, the more my gut churns. Emily, I say one evening, as we sit on the couch watching a rerun of our favorite show. The familiar laugh track feels hollow tonight. Who are you texting so much? She glances at me, the brightness in her eyes dimming just a fraction. Oh, it's just Lisa. You know how we are. I nod, but something in her tone makes me uneasy. Just Lisa. She offers a non-committal shrug, returning her gaze to the screen, but I can feel the distance between us growing. A whisper of paranoia lingers in the air, thick and suffocating. I tell myself to trust her, but as the days pass, that trust feels increasingly misplaced. Then, one afternoon while she's out running errands, I make a decision. I take her phone from the kitchen counter, my heart racing. I shouldn't do this, I know, but the urge to uncover the truth is overpowering. I unlock the screen, thankfully, she hasn't changed her password in years, and open her messages. At first, it's the usual banter between her and Lisa. But as I scroll up, I start to see something else. My stomach drops. God, he's amazing, one message reads. Better than anything I ever had. Another reads, I can't believe how good he is in bed. You have no idea. I can barely breathe as I read, my heart pounding in my chest. My instincts were right. My wife is cheating on me. The realization slams into me like a freight train, each word a dagger that twists deeper into my gut. I'm a fool for not seeing it sooner. When Emily walks through the door, her arms full of groceries, I feel a rush of adrenaline. I want to confront her, to demand answers, but I hold back. I need a plan. I can't let her know that I've found out. Not yet. Hey, babe. I got your favorite snacks, she chirps, her voice too cheerful. I force a smile, my mind racing. Thanks, Em. That's really thoughtful. As she puts the groceries away, I contemplate how to turn the tables. If she thinks she can betray me without consequences, she's in for a rude awakening. Over the next few days, I observe her closely, taking note of every text, every laugh that escapes her lips when she thinks I'm not watching. I hear her on the phone, her voice low and conspiratorial, and the jealousy that churns inside me hardens into something more dangerous. One night, I confront her in a way that feels calculated yet necessary. We sit at the dinner table, the remnants of our meal pushed aside, an uncomfortable silence hanging between us. Emily, is there something you want to tell me? I ask, my voice steady. She looks up, a flicker of surprise crossing her face. What do you mean? I mean, I've noticed you've been distracted lately. Texting a lot. She swallows, the color draining from her cheeks. It's just Lisa, she repeats, but this time her voice wavers. Just Lisa. I lean in, my heart racing. Because I thought you might be talking about someone else. Her eyes dart to the side, guilt flashing in her gaze. You're being paranoid, Jason. I swear, it's nothing. I chuckle, but it sounds hollow even to my ears. Nothing, huh? Well, let's see how much you enjoy your little secret when I'm done. The tension in the room thickens, and I can see the gears turning in her head. She knows something is off, and yet, she doesn't know how close I am to unraveling everything. That night, I sit in bed, wide awake, contemplating my next move. I don't want to be the victim in this story. I'm done with being the clueless husband. If she thinks she can play me for a fool, she has another thing coming. As the moonlight spills into our room, illuminating the space that once felt safe and warm, I make my decision. I will take control of this narrative. I will show Emily just how much I can ruin her perfect little life. And so begins the game, a game of secrets, deception, and revenge. I smile to myself, the thought invigorating. I will give her a taste of her own medicine. Little does she know, I'm just getting started. The next day, the sun rises too bright, mocking me as I lie in bed, my mind buzzing with plans. Emily is already awake, humming to herself in the kitchen. The cheerful melody irks me, but I play along, pulling myself out of bed and joining her. Morning, sunshine, she chirps, flipping pancakes on the stove. Morning, I reply, trying to sound casual as I lean against the counter, watching her. What's on the agenda today? Oh, she replies, stirring the batter with a smile that feels forced. Just work and then maybe some shopping with Lisa. We're going to check out that new boutique downtown. Sounds fun, I say, forcing a smile of my own. You'll be out late. Probably, she replies, not looking up from the stove. As she plates the pancakes, I decide to drop the facade. What are you and Lisa really up to? I mean, aside from shopping. She freezes for a moment, her eyes narrowing. What do you mean? I lean closer, keeping my voice low. I mean, you've been acting strange lately. Is there something you want to tell me? Her demeanor changes, the playful smile replaced by something sharper. You're being paranoid, Jason. Just because I'm having fun doesn't mean I'm hiding something. I step back, a bitter taste rising in my throat. Right. Because fun is what it's all about, isn't it? Before she can respond, her phone buzzes on the counter. I catch a glimpse of Lisa's name flashing across the screen. Emily's eyes widen, and she grabs the phone, but not before I see the message. Can't wait to see you tonight. He's incredible. I clench my jaw, fighting the urge to smash my fist into the counter. Who's incredible? Just some guy we met at the bar, she says too quickly, avoiding my gaze. Just a guy, huh? I push, my voice ice cold. You sure it's not the incredible guy you've been texting? Her face pales. Jason, please, stop. You're scaring me. Good, I snap, my anger bubbling over. Maybe you should be scared. I storm out of the kitchen, slamming the door behind me, leaving her staring after me, bewildered. I step into the garage, my mind racing. I need to gather more information, and if Lisa is in on this, I have to talk to her. I pull out my phone and send a quick text to my friend Mark, a guy I've known since college. He's the kind of guy who knows everyone and can find out just about anything. Hey, Mark. Need a favor. Can you find out what Lisa's up to? I have a feeling she knows more than she's letting on. Minutes later, my phone buzzes with a response. Sure, man. I'll ask around. What's going on? I hesitate, then type back. It's about Emily. I think she's cheating on me. There's a pause before Mark replies. Damn, that's rough. I'll dig into it. Feeling restless, I decide to head out to a nearby cafe, hoping to clear my head. As I pull into the parking lot, I see Lisa's car parked outside. My heart races. This is the perfect opportunity. I slip into the cafe and take a seat in the corner where I can see the entrance. Moments later, Lisa walks in, chatting animatedly on her phone. I lean back, watching as she settles at a table, still engrossed in her conversation. Yeah, I can't believe she doesn't know, Lisa laughs, a conspiratorial tone in her voice. It's too easy. I just hope he keeps it up. She has no idea what she's missing. My blood runs cold as I strain to hear her words. They're talking about me, my wife and her best friend are plotting something behind my back. Just then, Mark walks in, scanning the room until he spots me. I wave him over, and he joins me at my table, a concerned look on his face. "Hey, what's up?" he asks, lowering his voice. "Listen," I say, nodding toward Lisa. "She's here with some guy. I think they're planning something. I need you to help me find out what they're saying." Mark glances over, then leans closer. "You sure you want to do this? It could get messy." "I don't care," I hiss. "I need to know what's happening." Mark nods, determination flashing in his eyes. "Okay, I'll try to get closer. Just hang tight." As he moves toward the restroom, I watch Lisa intently, trying to decipher her expression. She hangs up her phone and pulls out her own, typing furiously. Moments later, another figure enters the cafe, a tall, athletic man with an easy smile. He approaches Lisa's table, and I feel my stomach twist. This must be the incredible guy. "Hey, gorgeous," he says, leaning down to kiss her cheek. "Hey. I was just telling you about Jason," Lisa replies, her voice dripping with faux innocence. I can barely contain my fury as I catch snippets of their conversation. They laugh together, the chemistry between them palpable. The betrayal cuts deeper than any knife. Just then, Mark returns, his face grim. I couldn't get much. But I overheard them talking about a party tonight, one that Emily is supposed to be at. A party? I repeat, my mind racing. What kind of party? I don't know, Mark says, but it sounds like they're planning to have a good time. We need to find out more. I'll see if I can get some intel. I nod, my heart racing with a mix of anger and determination. I want to crash that party. Are you sure? That could get ugly. I lean in, my voice low and fierce. If she thinks she can have her fun without consequences, she's got another thing coming. As we make our plans, I feel a surge of adrenaline. This isn't just about revenge anymore. It's about reclaiming my life and showing Emily that I'm not the man she thinks I am. The evening approaches, and I prepare myself for what lies ahead. As I glance at my reflection in the cafe window, I see a man ready to fight for his dignity, his heart steeled against the betrayal. Tonight, the game shifts in my favor, and I won't hold back. The intrigue thickens, and I'm ready to uncover the truth, no matter the cost. As the sun sets, the sky morphs into a tapestry of orange and purple. I find myself pacing in my living room, nerves taut with anticipation. Mark texted me earlier, confirming the party is happening at a swanky apartment downtown, one of Lisa's friends, apparently. I take a deep breath, readying myself for what lies ahead. Tonight, I'll confront the truth head-on. "Jason, where are you going?" Emily asks, stepping out of the bathroom with a towel wrapped around her. She looks radiant, completely oblivious to the storm brewing beneath her exterior. I pause, forcing a smile. "Just meeting a friend for a quick drink. Nothing major." "Oh, okay." She nods, turning to brush her hair in the mirror. "I was going to catch up with Lisa later." "Yeah, I heard." I try to keep my tone light, even as my heart pounds in my chest. She glances back at me, a flicker of suspicion crossing her face. "You sure you're okay?" "Just tired," I reply, heading for the door before she can pry any further. "Have fun." The drive to the party is a blur of red lights and racing thoughts. I can't shake the image of Emily laughing with that guy from the cafe, their shared smiles piercing through my composure. My phone buzzes again, jolting me from my reverie. "I'll be at the party in 15. Let's stick to the plan. Keep your cool." It's Mark, and I type back quickly. "Got it. I'll be there soon." As I pull up to the apartment building, my stomach knots. The entrance is swarmed with people laughing and chatting, the vibrant energy almost mocking. I step out of my car, squaring my shoulders and taking a deep breath. This is it. Inside, the atmosphere is electric. Music pulses through the air, and the scent of cocktails mingles with laughter. I scan the crowd, my heart racing as I search for Emily and Lisa. Hey, man. Glad you made it. Mark appears beside me, a drink in hand. You ready for this? Not really, but I don't have a choice. I glance around, my eyes landing on Lisa's familiar face across the room. She's talking animatedly with a group of friends, and my blood boils at the sight of her. Let's stick together. We'll figure this out, Mark suggests, his voice steady. I nod, keeping my focus on the crowd. After a few moments, I spot Emily. She's perched on a bar stool, her laughter ringing out above the music, her hand resting on the shoulder of the guy from the cafe, Matt, I think his name is. Mark, there they are, I whisper, my pulse quickening. Let's get closer, Mark says, leading the way. As we navigate through the throng of partygoers, my breath hitches. I can hear their conversation, punctuated by laughter and flirtation. Seriously, Jason doesn't have a clue, does he? Matt chuckles, his arms slung casually around Emily's waist. Not a single one, Emily replies, her smile radiant. He's so trusting. It's almost cute. I feel a sharp pang in my chest. Cute isn't how I want to be described, not by anyone, especially not by her. My anger surges, and I can feel the heat rising to my face. Stay calm, Jason, Mark murmurs, sensing my tension. Let's not blow your cover yet. We inch closer, and I can see the way Emily leans into Matt, her body language revealing far more than her words. The intimacy between them is suffocating. Hey, you're going to love this party, Lisa chimes in, her eyes sparkling. It's the best night of the month. Yeah, the drinks are flowing, and the vibe is amazing, Matt adds, his gaze flicking to Emily with an intensity that makes my skin crawl. Right? Emily grins, and in that moment, it feels like the world slows down. I'm ready to burst. I want to scream, to tear them apart, to make her see the hurt she's causing me. Now. Mark whispers, nudging me as he gestures toward the trio. I take a deep breath and step forward, forcing my way into their circle. Hey, what's the party without the main event? I announce, my voice steady despite the whirlwind of emotions inside me. Emily's head snaps toward me, shock evident on her face. Jason. What are you doing here? Just came to see what you were up to, I reply, my gaze locked on hers, refusing to back down. This is Matt, she stammers, trying to regain her composure. Nice to meet you, man, Matt says, extending a hand, but I ignore it, focusing on Emily instead. You said you were with Lisa tonight, I challenge, my voice low and firm. But here you are with him. Emily's expression shifts from surprise to annoyance. Jason, don't make a scene. This isn't the time. Not the time. I echo incredulously. You think I'm going to just stand by and let this happen? Mark stays silent, sensing the tension, while Matt crosses his arms, a cocky grin spreading across his face. Maybe you should lighten up, dude, Matt sneers. She's having fun. You should try it sometime. I can feel the fire in my gut igniting. Fun. Is that what this is? Because it looks a lot like betrayal to me. Betrayal? Emily shoots back, her voice rising. You're the one who's been acting paranoid. I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up for you to cheat on me. I yell, the words tumbling out before I can stop them. The surrounding chatter dies down as people turn to watch the scene unfold. Emily's cheeks flush with anger, and for a moment, I see a flicker of vulnerability in her eyes. You're embarrassing me, she snaps, her voice sharp. Good. You should be embarrassed. I retort, the weight of my anger pouring out. You think I wouldn't find out? You think I'd let you get away with this? Mark steps in, trying to defuse the situation. Hey, let's just take a breath. Maybe we can talk about this. No. This is between us, I interject, my eyes locked on Emily. You need to own up to what you've done. For a moment, silence hangs heavy in the air. Emily glances at Matt, her expression pleading, but then she turns back to me, her resolve hardening. You think you're so perfect, don't you? She accuses, her voice low and venomous. You have no idea what I've been through. Enlighten me, then, I challenge, my heart racing. Tell me what justifies this betrayal. Maybe I wanted someone who actually pays attention to me, she shouts, tears glimmering in her eyes. Someone who makes me feel alive. At that, something inside me breaks. The woman I thought I knew is unraveling before my eyes, and it hurts more than I can put into words. I look around, noticing the crowd that has formed, their curious gazes fixed on our fight. I don't want to be that guy, the one who airs his dirty laundry in public. Let's get out of here, I say, my voice softer now, barely above a whisper. We can talk somewhere private. Emily shakes her head defiantly. I don't want to talk to you right now. Fine, I reply, my voice cold. But know this, I'm done playing nice. With that, I turn and push through the crowd, Mark following closely behind. I can feel Emily's eyes burning into my back, but I don't look back. Not yet. As I step outside, the cool night air washes over me, and I feel a mix of rage and sorrow. I can't believe it's come to this, but the truth is clear. I'm at war now, a war for my heart and my dignity. Where to now? Mark asks, falling into step beside me. I glance at him, my jaw set. We're just getting started. I'll make her see the consequences of her actions, and I'll make sure Matt knows he's playing with fire. Mark nods, the determination in his eyes matching my own. Let's do this. Together, we walk into the night, ready to confront whatever comes next. The intrigue deepens, and the battle lines are drawn. I may have lost the first skirmish, but I refuse to lose the war. The night air is thick with tension as Mark and I step away from the party, the sounds of laughter and music fading behind us. My heart races, fueled by a mix of anger and disbelief. I can't shake the image of Emily and Matt together, laughing as if my heartache were just a distant whisper. The betrayal runs deep, and I can't allow it to go unanswered. We need a plan, Mark says as we approach my car. You can't just let this slide. I nod, feeling the weight of my decision pressing down on me. I need to confront them, together. They think they can have their fun without consequences. It's time they learn how wrong they are. As I start the engine, I can feel the adrenaline coursing through me. The streets are quiet, the glow of streetlights flickering above as we drive back to the apartment. My mind races with possibilities, every scenario flashing before me. Are you sure about this? Mark asks, breaking the silence. What if things get out of hand? They already are out of hand, I reply, gripping the wheel tighter. I can't just let her walk away from this. When we arrive at the apartment complex, I park and we step into the elevator, my heart pounding louder with each floor we ascend. You ready? Mark asks, sensing my turmoil. Ready as I'll ever be, I respond, trying to mask the fear gnawing at me. As we step into the hallway, I take a deep breath, steeling myself for the confrontation. I approach the door, my hand hovering over the doorknob. Just before I knock, I hear laughter from within, Emily and Matt's voices mingling with the sound of music. I exchange a glance with Mark, and without a word, I knock hard on the door. The laughter inside halts abruptly, and a tense silence falls over the room. Who is it? Emily calls out, her voice tight. Open up, Emily. We need to talk, I reply, trying to keep my voice steady. Moments later, the door swings open, revealing Emily's startled expression. She's wearing a flowing dress that hugs her figure in all the right places, and the sight makes my stomach churn. Jason. What are you doing here? She asks, trying to feign surprise, but I see the guilt in her eyes. I think we both know why I'm here, I say, stepping inside without waiting for an invitation. Mark follows closely behind, the tension palpable. Whoa, man, chill. Matt says, stepping out from behind Emily, his casual demeanor grating on my nerves. This isn't your business. Oh, it's very much my business, I reply, my voice low and fierce. What's happening here is exactly my business. Emily's eyes flash with anger. This isn't how you resolve things, Jason. You're making a scene. A scene? You think this is a scene? I retort, incredulous. You think I'm just going to sit back and let you betray me without saying a word? Look, I didn't mean for it to happen like this, Emily says, her voice rising. It just happened. You were so distant, and then I met Matt. He's different. Different how? I challenge, anger bubbling to the surface. Because he's charming? Because he actually pays attention to you? Is that all it takes? Matt steps forward, attempting to assert his dominance. You need to back off, man. She's not your property. Property? I scoff, my hands clenching into fists. This isn't about ownership. This is about trust. You broke it. Emily looks between us, the tension thickening. You don't understand. It's not just about you. I've felt trapped for a long time. I needed something else, someone else. Someone like him. I jab, gesturing toward Matt. You think he's better than me? You think he makes you happier? A glint of defiance crosses her face. Maybe I do. Maybe he actually listens and cares. At that moment, my heart shatters. The betrayal cuts deeper than any knife. Cares? I repeat, disbelief lacing my voice. You think he cares about you? This is a fling, Emily. You're just another conquest for him. Matt laughs, but it's a hollow sound. Look, man, maybe you should take a good look in the mirror. You're not the same guy you used to be. I don't need to hear this from you, I shoot back, my voice rising. You think I'm going to let you walk away from this without consequences? Consequences? Emily scoffs, folding her arms defiantly. What are you going to do? Threaten me? You're the one who's being irrational. Rational? You're the one who's been lying. I yell, frustration boiling over. You think I'm going to let you destroy everything we built? I loved you, Emily. Loved? You don't even know what love is anymore, she snaps back, her voice tinged with bitterness. You've been so wrapped up in your own world, you didn't even notice me slipping away. My heart sinks, her words hitting me like a brick. Maybe she's right. I've been caught up in my own worries, and in doing so, I neglected her. But that doesn't excuse her actions. Then maybe it's time we face the truth, I say, my voice trembling with emotion. You've chosen him. You've made your decision. Jason, she begins, her tone shifting. No, don't try to explain. It's too late for that. I take a step back, the reality crashing down around me. I deserve better than this, and so do you. Are you really going to walk away from us over this? She asks, desperation creeping into her voice. Us? What us? You've already thrown that away. I shout, my frustration boiling over. This isn't love, it's betrayal. Maybe you should just leave, Matt interjects, trying to stand his ground. You're only making this worse. Worse? I laugh bitterly. You think this can get worse? I'm just getting started. I'll make sure everyone knows about this little affair. Emily's face pales, realization dawning on her. Jason, don't do this. But I'm done. The betrayal has cut too deep, and I know there's no turning back. You made your choice, Emily. Now live with it. I turn and head for the door, Mark falling in step beside me. Wait. Emily calls, her voice filled with panic. Please, don't go. I pause for a moment, my heart aching at the sound of her desperation, but I can't turn back. I can't stay in a relationship built on lies. It's over. As I step into the hallway, the weight of my decision settles over me. Mark shoots me a worried glance but says nothing. We make our way to the elevator, the silence heavy between us. Once outside, I take a deep breath, letting the cool air fill my lungs. You okay? Mark asks quietly. No, I reply, shaking my head. But I will be. The realization hits me hard. Emily and I are done, our lives forever altered by her betrayal. But in that moment, I also feel a strange sense of freedom. I won't be the man she thought I was, the man who would sit back and accept her infidelity. I glance back at the apartment, a final farewell lingering in my heart. I may never see Emily again, but I know I can't let this define me. In the weeks that follow, I focus on rebuilding my life. I pour my energy into work, my friendships, and finding new interests. Each day is a step toward healing, and with each passing moment, the pain of betrayal begins to fade. But the memory of Emily and Matt remains, a constant reminder of what I deserve: honesty, loyalty, and respect. As I reflect on my journey, I realize that sometimes the hardest decisions lead to the most profound growth. I will never forget the love we shared, but I refuse to let it linger in the shadows of betrayal. The intrigue that once bound us has unraveled, leaving only the truth behind. And in that truth, I find strength. I may have lost her, but I'm gaining so much more: my freedom. The finality of it all settles in, and I step forward, ready to embrace whatever comes next.